Go.
Streaming from South Africa to the world. This is the Stonks Go Moon podcast. What just happened? We break it down so you don't have to.
Welcome everyone to the Stonks Go Moon podcast. My guest today, Jonaed Iqbal, is the founder of the nodegree.com podcast and movement. It's not a cult. It's cult light, but he is, I guess, the cult leader of that movement. Jonaed, welcome to the pod.
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
If I sound a little out of breath, I did 5 push-ups before recording with you. I know you're a buff boy, so I couldn't be outdone here with my dad bod. I had to show some. So if you're listening on the stream, go and watch YouTube if you want to see what a dad bod looks like with 5 push-ups.
Look, dads are strong, man. Something about kids just makes you stronger. You know, you can't get beat up in front of your kids. So I'm pretty sure you got some strength in. The one
is 15 kilograms and the other one is 10 kilograms. So fuck CrossFit. If you want to get fit, just have kids and you'll never need it's a different kind of fit. Dude, let's get in it. Thank you so much for joining me so early in the morning in the US. I've been following you for some while, and you've got a very interesting backstory. Like I said, it's called the No Degree movement. Just tell for people that's not familiar, first of all, what is the No Degree movement?
Yeah, so think about it like this.
Yeah.
So many jobs you see, it says must have degree, must have university, whatever it says.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, as long as you can get the job done, everything else should not matter. But you see so many things says must have MBA, must have this, must have that. And then you see people who are qualified for these jobs, who have done it and who can do it. They can't even get a conversation because these HR recruiters like, oh, MBA, MBA, MBA. I think you should judge a person by their ability to do the job, their skills, and there should be many paths to get a job. If someone wants to go to university, good. But if someone does it alternatively, maybe they started their own business or they worked their way up, that's just as valid. Right. And if you look at some of the biggest company founders, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, right?
Yeah.
Iconic companies, the companies that's right now they pay the most. These are legacy companies. They didn't have college degrees. All right. So just realize that you can do well without a college degree. And I want people to understand that you can be freaking smart and talented even if you don't have a college degree. That doesn't mean you're dumb or anything.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of dumb people who go to college, right? Just because they graduate, they're still dumb.
I love that. But I mean, that's the route that was sold to us, right? You get into school, you get into college or university, and then you go get a job for the rest of the life. One job, and that's all you do. That's what was sold, right? It's not like, you get a technical or a degree, and you become a plumber or a farmer or something that people actually need. So now we're in a situation where we've got all these people, and I'm not trying to shit on anyone, but they're sitting with marketing degrees, or they're sitting with, I don't know, man, project management degrees. And it's if I look at the jobs available out there, it's experience is almost more valuable than the degrees. And now they're sitting and they've got this amount of student debt that they've been saddled with.
Yeah, and remember, I don't know how it is in other countries. Other countries aren't as bad as the U.S. U.S. is ridiculous. It's man, these kids are paying 50 to 60 to 70K a year sometimes.
What?
Can you imagine the amount of debt? And they think okay, I'm 200K. Let's say 200K in debt. Oh, I'm gonna make 100K a year. First of all, you're not. Right. And even if you are, there's taxes, there's some other stuff. And then there's living expenses and stuff and all that. And a lot of these kids don't do the proper calculation. And just like you said, there's a project management degree. I don't know. There's other ways. Go manage projects for a company and slowly work your way up. And a lot of companies are realizing that these people don't have the actual skills when they start the job. They can't manage a project just because they got that degree, right?
Yeah.
They still need to learn the actual ropes, and communication in the real world is very different.
I want to give you an example. Like in South Africa, there is a law. The law degree takes 4 years, right? As your LLB, and then in the practice, the advocates and the lawyers in the firms actually realize that the graduates coming out of university can't read or write and sum up cases and hold arguments and stuff like that. So they had to extend it with another 1 or 2 years to like go back and learn to do those basic things, communication skills. I mean, I think that's what we should be talking about, right? Is what are those essential skills that you need to make it into the workplace today? What are those soft skills? So yeah, I guess I'm coming to the point where I'm saying, right, let's say I'm like 18, 19 years old. I don't want to go to college, right? I know great people that decided they didn't want to go to college. Buster Show has been on the podcast. I mean, look what he's done for himself. Yeah. But what would your advice be for that person? Because also it can be a bit scary if you don't know what to do.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
First, you got to figure out what you like doing. And I think at 18, 19, you got to try different things. I think try taking on different jobs. See what aspects of work do you like. Are you more entrepreneurial? Are you more strategic? Are you more executing? Do you like working with people? Do you like working alone? Do you like researching things? Do you like being creative? Because what happens is you got to try different things. Like right now, I podcast, I create content, I do resumes. I would have never realized I like doing these things until I actually did it. All right. So you have to try different things and and you have to develop this self-awareness, which is hard, but you do it by doing different things. So I think first figure out there are 4 types of skills.
Yeah.
Things you're good at that you like doing. Things you're good at that you don't like doing. Things you're bad at that you like doing.
Yeah.
And things you're bad at that you don't like doing. So first you need to identify these types of things. Like for example, for me, it's like I'm good at podcasting, I'm good at talking to people, and I like doing it. So this is something I could do all day.
Yes.
Other things that, let's say something I'm good at that I don't like doing would be a burnout skill.
Okay.
So for example, your friend that's in a tough situation who needs some help with maybe like, hey, I'm going through whatever, slightly negative.
Okay.
But you want to be supportive. Like I'm good at it, but I don't want to be around someone who's like,
I know, because it drains your energy. Yes.
It drains my energy, right? But I'm good at it, but
you're good
I
at
can't
it,
be a therapist all day long. Small doses.
Yeah, small doses, yeah.
And then, or other things, maybe it's like, maybe I'm decent at sometimes dealing with conflict, but I don't want to deal with conflict all day, right? It's like draining. It's burning me out.
Yeah.
Then things I'm bad at that I like doing, those are things I want to get better at. Right? Maybe some hobbies, maybe some things you need to spend some more time on. And then the things you're bad at that you don't like doing, you gotta avoid those jobs. Those are the things that are super gonna drain you and all that. Like for example, like I'm bad at cleaning my room, man. Like it's just something that I'm not good at. You tell me like, hey, can you help me out with this thing? It'll take 2 hours. I got you. But clean my room, I'm just done. It's just like, so you gotta figure out, like, I'm not good at organizing.
I feel like we should give your mother a shout out and just say it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Jonaed is like, he is like that. That's the way it's not your fault. It's not how you were raised. Some people are just like that, right? It's how we are. It's our personalities.
It's a personality. And you know what it is?
Yeah.
If you asked me to fold 100 t-shirts, I could do it. But now if it's like make the room nice and organize it, then it's like, dude, like I just can't,
Yeah, I'm with you.
Not my thing. But if I clean my room with someone else, I could do it as a teamwork thing. So it's like, people are weird.
So, I mean, what's also for me is you're creating this whole space for people to feel safe in, right? And I recommend that everyone go and follow you and join. I know you host this, Twitter Spaces, and you talked about the podcast and all those things to educate people on, like, there is an alternative out there. Where did that start for you? Like, because where did you see? I mean, you didn't wake up one day and say, "Oh, this is what I want to do with my life," or "This is what I want, to be," because you are a multi-skilled individual. I mean,
So I was on Reddit. It's like 8 years ago. Someone asked, for those of you without a college degree who make over 6 figures, what do you do and how'd you get the job? And they're like, oh, I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician, elevator repairman, I'm a claims adjuster, I'm a surveyor. And then I was thinking, I was like, no one grows up and says, I want to be a claims adjuster. Right? No one grows up.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Maybe plumber, electrician you get. But no one says I'm gonna be a surveyor, and there's all these random jobs. And it's like, how'd you get the job? It's like my uncle, my cousin, my friend, and all that. So I'm thinking, why can't I be that uncle, cousin, or friend? Right.
Okay. I like that thought. Yeah.
What if you don't have that uncle, cousin, or friend? Because I'm pretty sure you know plenty of people who are very hardworking, right? They work in retail, fast food. Yes. And if given the right opportunity, they're the ones that they're gonna work.
Yes.
But they never get it. So I was like, are they doomed to that life? And then so I looked up trades.com. It was for sale, but I was like, yo, they're gonna ask for like at least 100K. I don't got that. I'm in college. And
you've got college debt to pay off.
Yeah, I got college debt to pay off. Now I actually do, unfortunately. Now I searched up nodedegree.com. A couple weeks later, we have an inquiry. And we got it for like $14.40.
Wow. And then what was the first couple of months like? When did you realize?
Years.
But I mean, like, when did you realize there was a point where, hey, I'm starting to make a difference here?
First few years was a couple of research. It was a couple of guys in a basement just doing what we can.
Okay.
Then once I figured out the business model, once I figured out like marketing, once I figured out what I wanted to do with the site, then it was like, okay, I know what I want to do. I used to spend all my free time at work on Reddit, learning things and just networking, doing what I could. Then it came a time like August 2018. I was like, yo, I have so much to do. I got to quit my job.
Okay.
I gotta do it full time.
Wow.
And then thankfully I live at home.
Yes.
So that gives me some flexibility. I tell a lot of entrepreneurs, man, like live at home, when you don't, because that money you spend on rent, that's money you don't have to worry about. That's money you could reinvest into your business. So I did that, and I was broke for the next like 17 months, just barely making ends meet. And then, it just doing what I can, and just thankfully things are much better now. I'm making some good money. I've helped a lot of people land jobs. And then I started a podcast in 2019 because I was like, look, a lot of people are asking me for advice. And, it's like I'm having the same conversations over and over again. I was like, let me just talk to people and be like, listen to episode 22.
Yes. No, I completely, and that's why I have you on, because I feel that your voice needs to be heard. It needs to be amplified. And then there are so many people, even in South Africa, the colleges and the universities are full, but no one is really going the route where the specific jobs are, and those are labor jobs, right? If you can do anything with your hands, you are but you just need a bit of business acumen, and you need that uncle, that person that can put you into touch. And I feel like America is largely the same, because there are a lot of South Africans that go to the US to go and work on farms and stuff.
Yeah. Look, the farms probably don't pay as well, but the plumbers, the electrician, like I know.
But you have to start somewhere, Jonaed. I mean, the thing is, like, and you said it so well, you were broke for 17 months, but we all need to start somewhere, because the lie, and I'm going to say, I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but the lie that universities tell you and the society tells you is that if you have a university degree, you're made. And it's generational pressure of aunties and uncles that, now you have a law degree or you have a doctor's degree. You need to make 100,000K a month and look after the family, and you need to pay it forward because we sacrificed everything to put you through university. And I see people every day with this stress, and I was like, you do not know. People do not understand and know what the job market is like. that people with experience are actually in front of you with no qualifications just because they can do the job. And that narrative needs to change if you really want to make a change in people's lives.
It does, because think about it. The doctor still needs an electrician or plumber, right? The doctor still needs the ambulance driver. The ambulance driver needs the mechanic and all that stuff. And they need someone changing the tires, maintaining the car. They need someone. You need a whole ecosystem. And that's why it's like you need to have a whole bunch of jobs to have society functioning. And remember, the other benefit is you can't outsource some of these jobs.
Yeah.
That remote jobs you're competing sometimes with people all over the world. But if I need an electrician, like I need a local electrician.
Yeah, you can't remote job electrician. That's actually a very good point. Jonaed, thank you so much for joining me today. If the listeners want to go and connect with you and join the cult light, where can they do that?
Yeah, so follow me on Twitter. I'll give you the username, but no degree DOTCOM.
Yeah.
That's LinkedIn, Jonaed Iqbal, JONAED, last name IQBAL. I'm pretty active. Just let me know you listen to me on the podcast, and check out the No Degree podcast.
Yeah, man. I will put all the links in the comments as well. Connect with Jonaed. He's an absolute legend. He's doing God's work. And thank you so much for coming on. And to the listeners, peace, love, and prosperity. I'll catch you in the next one.